Well, last night's debate certainly went better than the last presidential debate we had back in June. And I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that Kamala Harris absolutely dominated Donald Trump in every single area during last night's debate. And for the record, that is also the opinion of swing state voters in the SNAP poll, or the focus group, I guess you'd call it, that the Washington Post held. Out of roughly 24 swing state voters, only 2 of them in the Washington Post survey said that Trump performed better. Everybody else said, yeah, Harris won that debate. There is no question, hands down, she won. Now, having said that, I do want to point this out. Her very first response, right, the first question she was asked, I was not happy with what she responded with. Because the first question was, would you say people are better off today than they were 4 years ago? And technically, she did not answer the question. So that kind of bothered me, and I thought at first, I was like, okay, we're off to a kind of rocky start. And then all my fears went away as she continued to dominate Donald Trump throughout the night, baiting him with each one of her responses, calling him out for the crowd sizes, calling him out for his lies, calling him out about the fact that he is going to mention immigration even when the question's not about immigration, like taking the venom out of his attack before he can even deliver it. So the first question, again, didn't do such a great job, but after that, she was totally on track and he was off his game the entire night. So the good folks at the Lincoln Project put together a supercut of clips of Donald Trump just rambling like an idiot, and of course saying some of his most outrageous claims of the night. So take a look at this in case you missed any of it or just want to relive such a wonderful experience. Here it is.
Their crime rates are way down. And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. She wanted to go to the sorority party, and I got involved with the Taliban. And I told Abdul, don't do it anymore. You do it anymore, you're going to have problems. All I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out. And I'll say that. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. She is Biden. The dog was eaten by the people that went there. And remember this, she is Biden.
I honestly don't know how anyone, even Trump supporters, can watch that, can see this man perform this way, yelling, getting angry, screaming, they're eating your dogs! How anybody can look at that and be like, yep, that's my guy. That's my guy. I'm going to vote for him. He's so normal. He's totally not weird. He's absolutely not spreading debunked conspiracy theories every time he opens his yap. But of course he did. That's what we got from Donald Trump. That's what we all expected from Donald Trump. And Trump is the one who had the most writing on this debate. Right? His campaign is the one that has not had good poll numbers in months. He needed a solid performance to put the campaign back on track, and he failed. And it is worth noting that, of course, he bragged before the debate, his campaign bragged like, he's not going to prepare. He's been preparing his whole life, right? Oh no, his whole life has been debate prep. Of course, that contradicts the reports that said Tulsi Gabbard had been brought in to help him with debate prep. So I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard helped or not, but if she did a really crappy job. But I think what happened was Donald Trump was, of course, getting some advice from really stupid people. For example, Laura Loomer actually showed up on Trump's plane in Pennsylvania with him arriving at the debate. So if those are the kinds of people he is relying on, then yeah, no wonder you got your butt kicked so badly on live TV. No wonder the focus groups and the snap polls after the debate all show that Harris beat your butt. That could not have gone worse for Donald Trump at a time when he needed everything to go perfectly. Harris, on the other hand, could have flubbed the debate and still, come out on the other side okay. But that didn't happen, right? The worst case scenario didn't happen. So we're in a good position, folks. I got to tell you, that was one of the most entertaining presidential debates I think I've ever seen. In fact, just to be honest with you, about an hour and 15 minutes into it, I was like, okay, we can turn this off now. Like, she's dominated. It's over. And my wife, who is not political, does not even like debates, didn't want to watch this with me. She said, no. This is too much fun. I am enjoying watching this happen to him. So we sat there and finished it out. And again, my wife is genuinely like a swing voter. Okay. She doesn't watch my stuff. She doesn't, base her opinions off mine. She forms her own. And she is now 100% sold on Harris. So I know one swing voter, at least personally, that is absolutely now squarely in the Harris camp. And you would think that beating the crap out of Donald Trump on live television, that would be the highlight of the evening, right? That would be the best thing for Kamala Harris. But believe it or not, that was only the second best thing that happened to her last night, because immediately after she delivered that drubbing to Donald Trump, she got the endorsement that we've all been waiting to happen. And that endorsement, of course, was from none other than international pop star Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift came out after the debate and endorsed Kamala Harris. That is huge. Taylor Swift might actually be the most popular person on the planet. She did endorse Joe Biden in 2020. She, of course, is currently on her Eras tour that is just, selling out all over the world. She has scores, millions and millions, possibly more than millions of fans. For her to come out after Harris humiliates Donald Trump and give that endorsement is just the icing on the cake at that point. Right? The night could not have gone better for Harris, and then suddenly, somehow, it goes so much better for Harris. So I don't want to get ahead of myself and say that this campaign is over now, like, yeah, Harris has it in the bag, but I do think we're about to witness a massive shift in the polling. Harris's campaign had, of course, kind of stalled in the polling. They certainly weren't slipping down, but they were no longer rising. I do think that performance in last night's debate is going to make those polls continue to go up, creating an even bigger gap between her and Donald Trump, possibly a gap so big that in the last, 55 days or whatever it is left, Trump cannot close it. And so that could be the end of the campaign. What I also think will happen is I don't think Trump's going to do another debate. Definitely not. Because he not only got his butt kicked by Kamala Harris, he got his butt kicked by the fact checkers. Right? The moderators, I got to give full credit to them. I think they did a good job. I don't like how often they went to Trump. I feel like he got way more talk time than Harris, but they did fact check him to his face, which was wonderful. So that put him on edge. It could not have been better. I really genuinely mean that. It could not have gone better. So I don't think Trump's going to agree to another debate. The Harris campaign already came out this morning and was like, hey, we'll do another one. Come on, let's go. Let's schedule it right now. Let's put it on the agenda. Let's do another debate. I would be shocked if Donald Trump actually agrees to get up on stage with her again after the embarrassment that he suffered last night. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.